It's Wednesday!
But it's folk wrestling on Sunday with a late Aew Dynamite rating quarters. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Yes, AEW Dynamite, got to give it some love. Controversial week. We're going to see which quarters had the love, but we actually rated this a 4 out of 10. I believe it was a 4 out of 10, wasn't it?
It was, correct.
Yes, 4 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't a perfect show, but I thought it was a half decent show. It was probably one of the best Dynamites I've seen in a while. One of the best Dynamites I've seen in months. And of course that meant that quite a few people weren't happy, because that means that we ranked this week's Dynamite higher than this week's SmackDown, which, I mean, would not be hard. This week's Raw and this week's NXT. And there's people, even seen some people say, still better. Even in the SmackDown review, someone said that SmackDown was still better than anything that AEW's produced in the last 3 years. People seriously need to get off Triple H's cock. I mean, or his nose, whatever thing you're riding here, because
both.
There's not a lot of... AEW can be bad, but WWE is equally almost as awful. And sometimes Dynamite... See, for Dynamite to put... But I think you guys think that we love Dynamite. See, for Dynamite to put on a show that's better than WWE, doesn't have to be good.
Aye.
Dynamite can put on a bang average show that still might be better. You've got to be kidding yourself if you're going to sit here and say SmackDown, what we see on Friday night, was decent. Or better than... It was not better than Dynamite.
No, I've seen people say, oh, SmackDown was good, Jacob Fatu cooked. The cooker ain't fucking on, man. He didn't cook.
He done nothing, man.
He's that good.
He made some shitty generic sports teams reference, and that's it.
Yeah, and it was during the break. The Americans didn't even get to see it. That's how good he is. See, if he cooked, it wouldn't be during the break. See Chef Ramsay, right? Does he cook when the restaurant's closed or when it's fucking open? You know what I mean? Come on.
I know, but guys, come on here, right? We're not loving Tony Khan.
No, I hate AEW. Shit.
Yeah, we're not loving Dynamite. I mean, we've bashed Dynamite more than most people. We bashed Dynamite before it was cool to bash Dynamite, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Because people have only started bashing Dynamite in the last maybe 2 years, when it began to really, drop in the ratings and everyone wanted to hug Triple H's nutsack. We've been bashing AEW. I would say probably... let's be honest, we've been bashing it since it started, but I would say maybe after the first year and a half, especially since the pandemic onwards, we've said this show's god-awful.
Absolutely.
And the stuff that was good about it in the early beginning kind of wore off, right? So we've been saying that, and as much as people say bring in the ex-WWE guys, we've kind of said that they brought in too many, and they brought in jobbers for WWE, and they kind of just totally forgot about all their original guys, right? I'm not saying you don't bring in the likes of Adam Copeland and Christian and Jet. Of course you do. But see, when you're bringing in bums like Andrade or someone like Rusev that was so non-relevant, when you're bringing those guys in, you're trying to push them, and you're pushing all your current guys down the pecking order, then I think that was a mistake for Tony Khan. But point is, right, AEW compared to WWE is not that bad. It's really not.
No, it's not. And in a case of last week, it was just what was less shit, and it was Dynamite. But speaking...
Name me one thing on SmackDown that was better than the Jeff Jarrett MJF promo.
My world...
There's not. I mean, there's not.
No,
there is seriously not. You've got Mariah May coming out looking fucking hot in a dress. You put on SmackDown and you've... Chelsea, it's clear. I'm fat as fuck.
Chelsea, I've looked around. There's no salad. It's clear.
You can come in. Fuck me. It's like night and day. Look at Jeff Jarrett and MJF. Like the verbal, the conversation, the topic of their promo. You're allowed, at least in AEW, you can be a little bit edgy.
I see someone say, oh, I love the beautiful dewdrop, but I can't understand the word she says. And then she replied saying like, oh, check out this show, and it was Still Game, right? Now, if you know Still Game, that's actually good television, right? But it's like the beautiful dewdrop. Are they blind? Are they using Braille? Come on, what are they doing here? Hit me with it. Come on, damn it.
The obese dewdrop. Anyway, did Dynamite get some big fat chunky quarters? We're gonna look at this right here, right now. Opening quarter: Kenny Omega versus Brian Cage. 831,000. By the way, guys, I am sick, so you want to make fun of my voice even more than usual.
You're a sicko.
I'm a sicko. I'm feeling sick, and
It's Wednesday.
I'm part of the Tony Khan sickos. Definitely not feeling.
It's Wednesday.
Definitely not feeling like I'm on the verge of topping myself here, but here we go. Omega Cage, 831,000 fuels. Key demo of 252. Decent, I guess. I mean, probably one of the best opening quarters I've had in a bit.
Probably.
That's why they've got one of the best overall ratings I've had in a bit.
Yeah, one of the for some reason the last couple of weeks there was a few weeks there where there was no big quarter one, and they need that.
No, but no, hold on. Just before we break this down, let's just quickly look, right. And I'm not saying I'm not even saying I'm a fan of this stuff, but let's just quickly look at some of the big, like the main selling points on this show. Return of Kenny Omega. His return match in Dynamite for the first time in well over a year he's wrestled. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but people like him. That is a big talking point.
Right.
Seen we do the preview for Raw and SmackDown. You look for the bullet point. There is none. There's nothing. Right. So Omega Brian Cage. That's a reasonably big deal. Then you have the MJF Jeff Jarrett promo. Really good. The first ever women's casino gauntlet match. Big deal. Winner gets a shot in Australia at Grand Slam.
Winner.
Tony Storm wins it. And then in the main event, you've got an AEW World Championship match.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, we can sit here and say the show's shite, but at least Tony Khan's giving you stuff that's relevant.
Yes, 110%.
Look at you watch SmackDown, fucking DIY.
We'll just compare
Los Garza.
Like, I know Kenny Omega's shite in the eyes of, like, if you compared him to, like, a John Cena. But, like, Kenny Omega's back and he's wrestling. He's kicking off the show. How great would it be on Netflix if Big Match John kicked off the show? I don't care for Kenny Omega. Can't even remember one thing that happened in this match. I couldn't even tell if he won it. But the fact of the matter is this. Tony Khan gives you your bang for your buck when it comes to the actual people on the show. Touchdown!
Aye, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Was that a good one or was that a bad one?
It's not a bad one. Well, it's not a good one either. But anyway, let's just move on. So quarter two, Omega Cage continues post-match with Ospreay, Fletcher, Archer, Chris Jericho promo. This loses 15% in quarter two, so yeah, a bit of a loss there. Also down 6% in key demo. Quarter three, Ricochet live promo. We get an angle with Swerve Strickland, Prince Nana, Mercedes Moné video, Hurt Syndicate then versus Mark Briscoe and Private Party. This was down 3% to 683,000. 1% down in the key demo. Then we got quarter
Three.
four.
Four.
Hurt Syndicate versus Briscoe and Private Party continued. And then Jeff Jarrett MJF live. So down 5% in the viewership to 649. But down 9% in the key demo. Now, people might want to blame this on Jeff Jarrett. However, quarter five, the Jarrett MJF live promo continues. We get an increase of 4% in viewership to 675,000 and a big increase of 16% in the key demo. So, people tuning in here to see what Jarrett and MJF had to say.
Absolutely, it sounds like you're tuning it though.
Aye.
But Jeff, yeah, it was a good promo. Yeah, and you know what, right? If you're flicking through the channels, are you going to stop on two guys doing flippy dippy shitty wrestling? Or are you going to stop on two guys bashing their mothers and their wives and their girlfriends? You know, and their careers. That's what you're going to fucking stay tuned for. That's probably why people did.
Yeah. So 246 in the key demo, up 16%. Big increase there. Biggest increase of the show in
Give
the key
him all
demo.
the belts. Da-na-na.
Quarter six, Christian versus Hook continued post-match with Samoa Joe. Then we get a Casino Gauntlet recap from the men's side. And then we get a Jarrett and Dustin promo backstage. Down 5% in viewership, but no loss in the key demo. We'll then move into quarter seven, 9:40 to 9:45 p.m. Women's Casino Gauntlet match. This one up 5% in viewership to 673,000. And up 8% in key demo to 265,000, and this was the highest rated key demo of the show. So, I mean, a bit of credit here. Normally, the highest rated demo is quarter one because quarter one's the one with the big, the big lead in. But it's not often that a quarter this late on in the show is the highest quarter in the key demo for AEW Dynamite.
Nope.
And this featured totally all the women.
The sickos came in strong.
Sickles came in strong, so I mean, congratulations to them. Thoughts on that?
I mean, it's good, but when you look at the overall rating in the quarter, I mean, it's like 160,000 down compared to the start of the show. So it just shows you the 18 to 49 demographic, the sickos, they tuned in for the Casino Gauntlet match.
Why do you think? Do you think that a lot of the people that are watching The Big Bang Theory are younger than 18 or older than 49? Because we can see that the key demo is pretty consistent. And if anything, the key demo gets slightly better towards the end. You can see the key demo picks up. Initially, it drops when it first starts.
I would almost say like older people are more likely to watch The Big Bang Theory on Freeview TV than compared to on Netflix.
Younger people may watch
so maybe that's it.
Right.
But again, here, at least there's a pattern here with this 18 to 49. We've talked about this for years, man. It's just a load of fucking shite. Anyway, move on. Let's move on. Quarter 8. Right, 9:45 to 10 p.m.
Yeah, but my point is, if you take away quarter 1, right, which can be a little bit misleading because of the run-in, all the quarters in the last hour are higher, including the overrun. Those key demo quarters are all higher than all the key quarter demos in the first hour, minus quarter 1.
Aye, no, I get that.
So it's not like it's a continuous drop-off like it used to be. Are we beginning to see the ship being steadied? We're wondering how... Do you think around the 600,000 mark, do you think that's the AEW fan base?
I'd say so, roughly, but you know what? They kind of lost a lot here, because they lost 10%, Powerhouse Hobbs against John Maxley, World Heavyweight Championship.
Not a good look.
Yeah, no, it's not a good look. I mean, to lose pretty much near 70,000 viewers... 67,000 viewers is pretty bad then in the 18 to 49 they lost 8%. Again, only 21,000 down, but any loss isn't really good at this stage, especially when you get a world title match. Then we had the overrun, 10 o'clock to 10:07, continued post-match with FTR. Cope, can he cope with the dope, Tony? Up 1% to 611, and then up 4% to 254. So, yeah, I mean... Tony putting the world title match on last, and you know what, may as well just fucking put the belt on Powerhouse Hobbs. John Moxley ain't exactly cutting the mustard these days, is he? I seen someone say, if you refer to John Moxley as Dean Ambrose in 2025, you need your hard drive checked. Fuck off.
What do you refer to him as?
Meth Mountain. No, honestly, like, I mean, I probably do refer to him as Moxley now. But I would say...
What was better, Moxley or Ambrose?
Well, I'll be honest, I think
Moxley's a better look.
I think Moxley's a better name, and I think he's a bit more built better, but...
I think, yeah, see when he was Ambrose, honestly... He looked like anyone could beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if this Moxley went one-on-one with Brock Lesnar now, it would seem a lot better than when he did.
See now... John Moxley legitimately would remind me... That's probably a reference. John Moxley, I think, would make a good Trevor for GTA 5.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose came across as a fake poser wannabe tough guy. Aye. See Dean Ambrose, I never really bought that, he's crazy. You know what I mean? It looked like phony to me.
Phony.
No, do you agree, disagree?
No, I do. The hair as well didn't really suit him, and it was just like, the shitty, cheapy, hardcore, shitey wrestling, but...
And the physique didn't suit him either.
Either way, you know...
He's not a draw, though.
No, he's not a draw. Get rid of him.
Maybe when Shane McMahon's hanging onto his coattails, he's a draw.
I believe this was actually in his hometown.
Was it?
Yeah, so couldn't sell it. Couldn't do the ratings, and...
Well, overrun, there was a slight increase as well when Hobbs came out. Or not Hobbs, Cope.
Well, I did talk about that, but I mean...
FDR, Cope. Rated Cope.
I would put the belt on Adam Copeland, bye-bye.
What have they got to lose? Where's Shane McMahon?
Put the belt on Shane McMahon. Jump for like 70 foot, Shane. Aye. Put the belt on Finney, Mac. If he could win it in 99, he can win it in 25, no?
I mean, that's true. There was better competition in 99.
Fucking absolutely, man. Anyway... That's it for your Dynamite quarters. It was tragic.
No, but I just think it's mental that people think there is no way you can think Dynamite does a better show, right, in 2025 than a WWE show. Yet those same people think that every WWE show today is better than the Attitude Era shows. What?
Brain dead.
No, come on.
Not mental illness. Totally
There's not even that much between the shows nowadays. They're all shite.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they're all
They're
great.
different flavours of shite. You know what I mean?
How do you like your shite? Fried?
No, see the way people
boiled.
talk. No, but see the way people talk, right? About the gap between WWE and AEW right now, right? And I get it. See when WWE want to go all out, like the Netflix premiere, they smoke them with star power. No one's ever going to deny that. And if
Yeah, but let's not.
I know, but if they actually delivered a good show, it would be better. But people, you'd be led to believe that the Gulf is like 2001 WCW and it's dying days against the WWF.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that.
And by the way, WCW had great people, even in its dying days.
I'm not going to pretend that Netflix premiere was good just because there was good people in it.
No.
I would be lying. It was fucking mediocre as hell.
Rock selling his sweet cheeks down the fucking river.
Rock, Triple H. Couldn't you think of a worse opening 20 minutes to kick off the show?
I know.
Then you get a long, over fucking booked 40-minute Bloodline match.
Dun-dun-dun. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave it. Till next time. Peace!